See the last beauty. That's how we greet in Russia. My name's Dr. Ssempuuma, your host, presenter, at the same time director of these wonderful programs meant to educate our children from all over the world to live as one people. You've seen me trying to present many kinds of programs, and today I'm coming up with another version. And my topic is going to be featuring what I'll be telling you. I'm one of the students of world history and world culture. I'll take you all the way from Aztec civilization in Central America, the civilization of Americans. Those are the natives of America. I'll tell you more about the early civilization of Europe and how it helped prepare our way of modern civilization. Before the Roman Empire, I'll talk about the Punic War. That's when the Europeans colonized Africans. The first Punic War, the second Punic War. I'll tell you about the Chinese dynasties, Japanese dynasties. They are the natives of Australia and their cultures. I'll tell you a lot about Africa, where I come from. Have you ever heard that the Africans who belongs to the tribes of Judah? Have you ever heard of the way of West Africa? Have you ever heard of some lost Jewish tribes in Africa? The tribes of Israel lost in Africa. Have you ever heard of the Lemba in South Africa? Do you know that they have some cultures which are very close and similar to the Judea civilization and culture? Have you ever heard of them? The Lemba. So I'm going to tell you about this. I'm going to teach you something which you've never been told. I always try to tell stories that people laugh, but some stories are not funny, though they sound to be fun. I always try to tell my people and say, look, I'm an African. When I read history, at times I get pissed off because my ancestors made some mistakes. Maybe the same applies for other people's ancestors. But this is just a joke. We are all human. Everybody makes a mistake. For example, I can give you one example which may make you laugh while studying. For example, I always tell my children that when I was reading about Alexander the Great, he colonized one of the biggest parts of Europe, and then went to Asia, colonized Europe and Asia, part of Europe and Asia. But if he was not being helped and assisted by the beast of nature, that was a horse, he wouldn't have done so. It would take him years and centuries to move all the way from Europe, Macedonia, to Asia. But through the help of this beast of nature, the horse, the Mustang, which turned into horse, he managed to maneuver and he colonized other countries, and it was successful. But when I look at my ancestors, I always say, oh, maybe if my ancestors had befriended the horse, a zebra, and it became domesticated, because when I see zebra, it looks like a horse. They have some similar characters with the horse, because the horse was once a wild, and Mustang became a horse. And then I always tell jokes and to my friends and say, hey, maybe they would have befriended the elephants, because elephants have been very useful to our societies, especially in Asia, as we shall be saying. And then people laugh and say, oh, maybe you're joking. But that's true, that remains right. We shouldn't today make a mistake our ancestors made, because we have to advance and make sure that we correct all the mistakes. If our ancestors in Africa befriended the elephant, it would have helped them a lot. Maybe we would have advanced to the level where our other communities are. And that applies to other communities. I'm not saying that because I'm African, I'm just giving you an example. So, In my project, I'm targeting to teach, educate, sensitize, inform, and create awareness to everybody, especially my target group is our children. I'm starting from the simplicity. If you get a gist of this, the simplicity, the simple explanation, you will get the mass definition. So here as we are here on the planet Earth, but we should have a vast kind of thinking. We shouldn't think like earthly only, but we should even start thinking of solar empire, as I told you earlier, and then beyond. Because me, I may go tomorrow, but I want to lay a foundation which will help our children to start and think more and more and more. Because you know why? Our Creator God is infinite. It doesn't end. That's the example of the universe He created. Nobody can tell where the universe ends. So I'm going to try to tell you what I think can help our community and make us prosper as human beings, regardless of our color, creed, race, etc., etc. So, may God bless you and have a wonderful day. So, take care. Bye.